rewrite 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 as a multiplication expression. And then they want us to write the expression 3 times using different ways to write multiplication. So let's do the first part. Let's write it as a multiplication expression. So how many times have we added 5 here? Well, we've added it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So one way to think it, if I just said, what is here? How many 5s are there? Well, you say, well, I added 5 to itself 7 times. Right? You could literally say, this is 7 times 5. We could literally write, this is 7 times 5. Or you could view it as 5 7 times. And I'm not even writing it mathematically yet. I'm just saying, look, if I saw 7 of something, you would literally say, if these were apples, you would say apples 7 times. Or you'd say 7 times the apple, whatever it is. Now, in this case, we're actually adding the number to each other. And we could figure out what that is, and why don't we? But the way we would write this mathematically, we would say this is 7 times 5. We could also write it like this. We could write it 7 dot 5. This and this mean the exact same thing. It means we're multiplying 7 times 5 or 5 times 7. You can actually switch the order, and you get the exact same value. You could actually write it 5 times 7. So you can interpret this as 7 5 times, or 5 7 times, however you like to do it, or 5 7 times. Don't want to confuse you. Just want to show you that these are all equivalent. This is also equivalent. 5 times 7, same thing. You could write them in parentheses. You could write it like this. This all means the same thing. That's 7 times 5, and so is this. These all evaluate to the same thing, 5 times 7. So these are all equivalent. And since we've worked with it so much, let's just figure out the answer. So if we add up 5 to itself 7 times, what do we get? Well, 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. Plus 5 is 20. Plus 5 is 25. Plus 5 is 30. Plus 5 is 35. So all of these evaluate to 35. All of these evaluate to 35. Just so you see that they're the same thing. These are all equivalent to 35. And just something to think about, this is also the exact same thing, depending how you want to interpret this, as 7 5 times. So 7 5 times, and they didn't ask us to do it, but I thought I would point it out to you. 7 5 times would look like this. 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7. Right? I have 7 5 times. I've added it to itself 5 different times. There's 5 7s here added to them to each other. And when you add these up, you'll also get 35. And that's why 5 times 7 and 7 times 5 is the same thing.